Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hip Hop Life with your host, Noah Traster, the hip hop podcast where we interview three different people about the effect hip hop has had on their lives. Inspired by the hit book Can't Stop, Won't Stop by Jeff Chang and Davy D. Cook, we take inspiration from the book by asking people about the history of hip hop and what effect it has had on them. We have three very special guests for you today on our show, and the first guest being Maximilian Lawrence, our school's engineering teacher, age 50-something. Additionally, we have my mother, Carol Traster, who is age 46, and another student, Elon Josephson Wolovoy, age 17. Today they're going to be sharing their experiences with hip-hop with us.
Modern hip hop culture is international at this point.
At the same time, hip hop was gaining traction. Larry has watched hip hop evolve from something that was a small section of city into something that's worldwide at this point.
I grew up in Texas, and it did not have much of a presence or an influence in the music that I heard on the radio or the music that I was around.
Dallas, Texas did not have much of a hip hop presence or culture for a very long time. So for many people like my mother, you could not hear rap unless you went to like the East Coast or something.
No, I think that's typical for a lot of industries. I think that I was actually hearing something about this on the radio too, but I think female hip hop artists have had to work a lot harder to get respect and to prove that their their craft is valuable. I think it's just generally kind of harder for women and no, because there don't seem to be you don't seem to hear about as many female hip hop artists over the years as you do men, but I do believe there are a lot of women out there you just don't always hear about.
Here, Carol voices her thoughts and feelings on the inequalities of women in hip hop, and not just in hip hop, but also industries and the world as a whole.
A decent presence, like maybe a good medium-sized presence.
Growing up in Philly, hip hop has always had a significant presence in Elon's life. In fact, Elon has an extensive knowledge of older hip hop and rap artists.
Societies?
Yes.
That's actually a good question. Society, I feel like it always fluctuates with everything, really. Like sometimes it'll be like, oh, we like this. Sometimes we like that's not cool. I feel like it goes up and down. And right now, uh, I feel like it's in the more recent years, a lot of rap and hip hop music has started just going down the same path and sounding very similar. So I don't think it'll be fluctuating as much. I think it'll just be a meh feeling.
In Elon's eyes, society's opinion on hip hop is always changing between bad and good. And according to him, as of right now, society seems to be pretty okay with the idea of hip hop and rap culture as a whole.
Auto tune, people use that a lot more and a lot more heavily. That's one difference. The beats are noticeably like worse, I would say. They're less like I can't like if I listen to something from like '93 and I listen to something from like 2 years ago, one of the beats I can feel it, but the other one I can't. And I mean, there's obviously some exceptions. Like, there's gonna be some people who can't make beats back in the day, and there's gonna be people like who can make beats today. Like Dr. Dre is still doing stuff. Snoop's still doing stuff. But I feel like the beats have definitely taken a hit or a dive or whatever in quality.
According to Elon, a primary difference between rap now and hip hop back then is the way the music is produced and made and how it sounds. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Hip Hop Life, and remember to stay tuned for future episodes.